Hi everyone. So I was going to do a full moon live like I normally do with the new moons and the full moons. That's what I've been doing lately. And the energy is just really weird right now. So I didn't think that a live would be like, even technology is being weird, which makes a lot of sense with the moon, the full moon being in Aquarius. Um, so we're going to we're going to look at the chart for the full moon, which we don't actually do during the live. So that's a little bit of, something new. And we'll also do some cards. Before we start that really quick, I wanted to do a couple of updates. I've already updated the members in my memberships. Um, just the future of the channel, the future of what's going on. I did get a diagnosis and I got the prognosis and all of that. I have this rare blood cancer that I have is manageable. The cure for it is actually worse than just managing it. So basically, I'm just taking medication to manage it and I'll have it for the rest of my life, with which the prognosis is 20 to 25 years. In saying that, and yes, like I've gone through the grieving processes, I've gone through all of that stuff, and I'm just like, I'm such an optimistic person anyways, and I'm like in such a good place in my life that um, I've realized like I had to listen to the reality of those numbers, but also that a lot of stuff can happen and change in 20 years. Like, who knows, maybe some miraculous things will happen, who knows. But this is just like so rare, and it's even more rare that somebody my age, because normally this happens to much older adults. So, um, and that is the low risk prognosis. So if I was worse, it would be shorter time. So that's a positive that I'm in the low risk category. I don't know how much fun, I mean, like how much positivity you can spend on something like that, but I'm going to try to. So, um, what does that mean? Okay, so obviously my energy is going to have to mainly be focused on taking care of my own self. This is my purpose. This is what I love to do. I help people because that's what I was made for. Like I'm here put on earth to be of service and to help other people heal and go through their journeys. So I'm not going to stop working. I don't know that I ever really could. I feel like that would that would kill my spirit much quicker than anything else really if I wasn't able to work. So while I do have energy, I'm going to be focusing a lot on the memberships. So I will be doing like previews of of the general readings over here on the public YouTube channel. But the entire message, the entire reading will be over on the membership. So most of my work that I'm going to be doing will be with the membership. So there are a couple of ways that you can support me through this as I try and find this work-life healing kind of balance. Um, the ways that you can support me, the best way is to become a member, and then you get all of the really wonderful messages that come out. And a lot of times they are extremely tailored to you because the memberships, there's not thousands of people watching it, so it's going to resonate a little bit deeper. Um, and you can also support me by the GoFundMe. All of the Love Soul gear that is on my website for the summertime, we have tank tops and this really cute tote bag and water bottles for the summer season. So, and they're all $29. So you can support me over there. You can also support, I'm doing an astrology benefit. That information is in the description box to be able to sign up for that. There are going to be 4 really gifted, amazing astrologers that I am extremely humbled that they said yes, that they would do this for me. But 4 amazing astrologers are going to come together and they're going to talk about some of their favorite subjects and they're going to answer your questions. And it's going to be a closed circuit kind of thing so that we can have a little bit more control of the energy. But so there are limited spots, but you can get a ticket, like reserve your virtual spot there. So it'll be on Zoom, so it'll be a virtual thing. And then I'm going to be having a tarot benefit live on YouTube on August 8th. So the astrology benefit is on August 1st, and the tarot benefit is going to be on August 8th, and that's going to be 3 of my favorite tarot people, tarot readers, and they're just so much more gifted than just tarot readers. So, and they'll be doing the $30 for one question live readings on YouTube. It'll be on this channel, and I'll have a link up for you guys to, be reminded of that coming up in the next couple of weeks as we get closer to it. So those are some ways. My GoFundMe, my PayPal, I have Cash App as well. That's all in the description box below. I appreciate the support up until now. I just get asked all the time, like, are you going to be doing readings on YouTube? Are you going to be doing general readings? And I don't mind getting the emails. They don't bother me. I just want to make sure that you guys understand that my energy I have to take very good care of my energy now. And there's no other answer for that. You know what I mean? And if I want to continue helping people and doing what I do, I'm still going to need the support side as well. So all of that. Lots of things are going to be coming up and changing too. So if you follow me on my social medias, you're going to see a whole bunch of action going on in the next couple of months. Just the energy is shifting. We're doing a lot under this energy right now. A lot of healing and a lot of recognizing where we slipped ourselves, like the lessons that we really needed to learn, and the moments, that were like, we weren't at our best, and we are having to kind of reconcile those things with ourselves. So let's look at the chart energy. Thanks for listening that long. Okay, so here is the Aquarius full moon. It's going to be happening tonight at 9:36 p.m. Eastern. So it'll be 6:36 p.m. Pacific. And we have the full moon is going to be at 1 degree, right? And what's really interesting about this full moon is there are going to be 2 full moons in Aquarius this year. And so if you've heard the saying once in a blue moon, that's what that actually means, is when there's a second full moon in a sign within their season. That's a once in a blue moon. So we're having a full moon at the 1st degree of Aquarius now, and then we'll have a full moon at the last degree of Aquarius. So it'll be right before the sun moves into Virgo is when we have the next full moon. And this one is really, there's a lot of activity behind the scenes that's going on with this one. And it's really asking you to step up. It's really asking you to, this isn't, Aquarius is about the collective. Aquarius is the humanitarian. Aquarius, it's like, this is not about us just, having a blind eye and like, keeping a tunnel vision so we don't see all of the stuff that's going on out in the world, right? So we don't see all of that. We need to be able to broaden our perspectives a little bit to be able to see how other people are doing, right? And in one of my podcasts, I talked about like our children our children right now are very vulnerable to all of the pandemic stuff that's been going on, right? And we need to make sure that we're not silencing them. We need to make sure that we're paying attention to them, because they're the future of what's going to be happening. The fact that we brush off children and we brush off old people, that has to change. You know what I mean? Like, they're still part of the society. It's not just about us. So some of the things that are happening in behind the scenes, one of the most prominent ones that I've really noticed was this Mercury in Cancer here at 21 degrees is trining Neptune up here. And then we also have an opposition. So there's this opposition to Pluto. So Mercury is opposing Pluto and it's trining Neptune. So there might be a lot of things that come out. I mean, we can call them secrets if we want to. Like, if you really feel like you want to call it, the secrets. But just things that you didn't previously know, and it's not even, it could be an aha moment. It could be like one of those, like, oh my God, I kind of feel like I was, sideswiped here. Um, but stuff that was sort of brewing under the surface, or, if you're in a situation where you're finding out information about certain things in your life that you didn't previously know, that's 100% normal for what's going on right now. And this is giving you all of this information that's going to be coming out, or all of this information that you previously didn't know, is going to help you make decisions. There's a bug flying around. I hate when that happens. It's going to give you more information to make the correct decisions, to make the, not, I don't want to even use the word correct, because there's no such thing as correct or right or wrong or whatever, to make um, the best decision for you in the situation that you're in. Let's put it that way. So that's really giving you an opportunity to do that. We also have Jupiter here at that 0 degree of Pisces, just getting ready. And this upcoming week, he's going to be going back into Aquarius, but he's opposing Venus that's now in Virgo. Hold on one second for me. Okay. So we have Jupiter opposite Venus, and and the sun just moved into Leo. I honestly was not shocked at how heavy that energy was, as, we had the moon in Capricorn as the sun moved into Leo, and Venus went into Virgo and opposed Jupiter like immediately. It kind of made us all sit down and take stock of maybe how much we've been embellishing things, or how extravagant we've been while Jupiter's been in Pisces, and recognizing that, we might have lost track of some of the values that we were creating or making. It's like, now is the time for you to really recognize, like, are you living in, that self-centered kind of life where you're not spreading the love, or you're not opening yourself up, or you're not helping anybody out, or you just like really just focused on what's mine is mine is mine is mine is mine, as you're not trying to make the world a better place. That can eat at you. That can like eat at your soul. And there's a lot of people out there that don't really care to help, but there are a lot of people out there that don't realize what they're doing until they're doing it, right? So we don't realize that we're being self-centered. We don't realize that we're not taking care of the community. We don't realize that we're not taking care of anybody. And until it kind of knocks us, that's what Saturn in Aquarius is trying to do, is like knock us on the side of the head and be like, listen, this isn't just about you. You're not the only person that's in this world. You're not the only person in this universe. So don't act like it, right? That's kind of what this whole point is. We also have this really, I haven't seen a lot of astrologers talk about, we're still under this Saturn sextiling Chiron. They're only 2 degrees away from each other. And for that matter, Saturn is still squaring Uranus in Taurus by 4 degrees, right? 4 orbs there. So the healing, the underlying healing and the underlying change of what we need to see for the sake of humanity is still happening. And so having this moon in Aquarius, where Saturn has been working extremely hard for the last couple of years to get people to wake up a little bit and to pay attention to what's going on, it's very significant. It's significant for all of us to open up our eyes a little bit more and have a different kind of perspective, and not constantly just be in our perspective. Yes, you must pay attention and focus on your life and your energy, and you must not let anybody else allow a deterrent, right? Don't let anybody come into your life and say, you should be doing this part instead, or you should be doing it this way instead. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, like, yes, you keep focusing on your journey. You keep focusing on your path. But that doesn't mean that you, excuse me, that doesn't mean that you focus so hard that you forget that other people exist, because we can go through an awakening and get really egocentric about it and only take care of our own, and still knowing the absolute truths that there's more out there than just taking care of our own, but we never come out of that, right? There's a lot of people that are awake that are still, they're not doing anything to help humanity. They're not doing the whole point of, raising your vibration and getting your life together and taking responsibility. Is not, it's for the benefit of everybody, for your best and everybody else's best who's involved, right? And so the more that you allow yourself to heal and the more you allow yourself to love, so that's where we're focusing on self, the more you do that, the higher your energy gets and the more you can spread it out to other people. But yeah, so this full moon is going to be really asking us to look at things in a different way and to see where we can not just focus on what we're going through, but focus on what everybody else is going through as well. Because we've all been through it. I can't talk to one person and say your experiences is less than mine, or my experiences are less than another person's. We've all been through it. We've all been through something in the last couple of years. And really, it would be nice to go back to 2016, to be quite honest. Because that's when everything felt like it was still put together then. But the necessity, the need that we've had to go through for the last 5 years to get things to change, it's going to be worth it. It's just, we've all been chosen to kind of go through these trials and tribulations, and we can either choose to have that suffering every single day. That's the biggest thing that I am like really, really harping on this with people right now. You can choose the amount of suffering that you have in life. And the way that you can choose that is you can either choose to sit in a victimhood and sit in all of the things that people have ever done to you in your life, or the situations, like the cruelty and the bad luck that you've had, and this and this and this and this and this. And you can choose to think that you're the victim of your own life. Or you can look at all of those experiences and be like, man, I learned a lot. Like, think about, like, all the things in my life have made me extremely wise. All of the things that I've had to go through made me, like, all of the knowledge that I gathered in my life. Like, there's just so much that I can pour out and I can give out now because of the experiences that I've been through. And so you can look at your life as a time to suffer, or you can look at your life and say, all right, well, this is what I'm going through next. I guess that we're just going to see how it rides out and what happens and what all of the lessons that I learned from it. And this full moon is going to be bringing that in a big way. So let's see what the cards say. I'm going to take a drink really quick. My big old jug of water that's like as big as my head. That's lemon honey water, and that sucker making our own iced tea. Okay. I love, love, love. The first card that came out was the Magician. What is this full moon giving us? Okay. Some of us are really manifesting a new phase. For sure. Let me get 2 more cards and then we're going to talk about, or 1 or 2. 1, 2. Right on. Okay. All right. So, we have the Magician. This is a really great reading so far. And then we have the Chariot. And then we have the 6 of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so the feminine is showing up, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Welcome to Leo season. Okay. So the masculine is showing up as the fire and the feminine is showing up as the earth. And I think that that is really extremely on point. It's very on brand with how the masculine and feminine energies are coming together right now. So the magician, to me, it almost feels like you're manifesting a dream right now. It feels like you're working on manifesting a dream. The magician, the chariot, and the Six of Cups. Because the Six of Cups is the soulmate card, past life card. You're with somebody, or you're together with somebody who makes you feel complete, or it's like a soulmate. And so it feels like there is a journey almost with what's happening here, and it's a manifestation. And if you don't have somebody in your life right now, or you're not in a relationship at all, it could be that there's a new person coming in, or it could be that there's somebody from the past that's coming back in as well. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. It really feels like there's a brand new beginning. Like the universe is providing this stable, solid, real kind of new beginning that's happening with the masculine and the feminine energies. And remember, this isn't about man or woman. It's about masculine and feminine. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And so I feel like it's almost as if the energies are all coming together. The stars are all kind of aligning to what they're supposed to be doing in order to start like this is a gift. That Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe. And, with all gifts, it's like we can't ask for our birthday presents early, right? So you can, but it's kind of tacky if you ask me, you know what I mean? So when the universe is offering you a gift or giving you a gift, you want to be prepared for it. You want to be ready for it. You don't want to have a windfall of money and not know how to take care of that money. You don't want to have your dream house dropped into your lap and not have the energy to take care of it. The universe provides us with the things that we desire after the universe is like, are you really... Let's make sure that you're ready for it first, because I want to be able to give you everything that you want and everything that you desire, but I don't want you to squander it. I want you to be able to appreciate what it is, what it's for. So let's see the manifesting. And maybe that's what we're doing right now. We're manifesting, and look at this creation of all. I love it. The Empress and the Magician together? Okay. So there's definitely something that's being created right now in the energy. Whether you're actually creating that or the universe is creating it for you after you've been manifesting it for a while. The Empress is the beginning. Right? She's the beginning of creation. She's like Mother Earth. Let's see what the Chariot is. Oh yeah. So there are some cycles that have needed to be closed out. And that's probably what you're preparing for, right? Like this may be that preparation stage, but it feels like this full moon is bringing the end to some cycles with the world on the Chariot there. Some of you might even be traveling during this full moon stage. But there's definitely a feeling of wrapping something up so something else can start. And that's the way this all works, you guys. We get really pissed off when we start to lose things in life, quote unquote lose things, because you're not actually losing anything. What you're gaining is room. You're gaining the room for the universe to say, hey, I have bigger and better things for you. So, let's clear out all of that. It's like spring cleaning. if you're somebody that can look in their closet and you have clothes dated back 10 years, probably time to start clearing out some old energy so you can put some new energy in. If you're somebody that has been dwelling on a relationship for a really, really long time, but you're still holding on to all of the birthday cards from that person, you're still holding on to all of the voice messages saved on your phone, if you're still holding on to all of the text messages, all of the pictures of you guys together, like all of that stuff, that is stifling any new energy from coming into your life. So when we are trying to manifest something new into our life and we want it to come to us in a really big way, we have to clear out the space. I had to do that. I did that with my closets about a month ago. I still haven't finished organizing one of them. I have 2 closets, yes. I still haven't finished organizing one of them, but it feels so much better in my room to clear out all of that stuff. Ace of Wands on the 6 of Cups. So, yes, passionate, new beginnings. And with these 2 aces here, the really amazing thing is, you know that what's coming is going to be big. It's probably even bigger than what you can imagine right now. I mean, as humans, we limit ourselves so much to what could be coming. That's why I have chosen to not have expectations. I don't have expectations of the way my life is going to look. I don't have expectations of what's going to happen next week or tomorrow or in 3 hours. I have 0 expectations of any of it. And the reason why is because the more we project the way we want the future to look, the more disappointed we're going to be when that future doesn't look that way. And the only reason why the future isn't going to look that way is because the universe has something better in mind. But we think as humans, we limit ourselves and we think we know what we want so badly. But we are basing that off of the conditioning, how we grew up, the programming of how we grew up, the conditioning of how we grew up. And if we were to just allow ourselves to expand that a little bit and be like, oh, I get it now. I understand why I didn't get this manifestation that I really, really wanted. Like, now I understand why that person, I wasn't supposed to be in their life. I get it. Because you have something bigger and better. You have another relationship down the road that's going to be much bigger. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Okay, interesting, because now we have different versions of the masculine and the feminine coming out. All right, so 5 of Cups on the Queen of Pentacles. So one of the things the feminine is doing is going through her emotions, right? So we have the Queen of Cups. I'm just going to add this in here because it's very relatable. The Queen of Cups and the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's going to hurt. Some of the things that you have to leave behind, it's going to hurt. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be fun. And maybe not for everyone, but for, usually one of the reasons why it's so hard for us to change is because we're holding on to something that we care about. We're holding on to something that we hold close to us. Right? So 5 of Cups on the Queen of Pentacles, the feminine is grieving. The feminine is grieving the things that she's having to leave behind, but she has to remember that she still has 2 cups standing. And yes, this is a very emotional process, and you have to honor that. You can't just, people don't honor when we're releasing stuff. People don't give themselves time to grieve and honor the things that they're letting go of, the stuff that they held so close to them. So you must honor that for yourself. Then we have the King of Swords on the Ace of Pentacles. For some reason, this feels like the Aquarius and Saturn, the Saturn and Aquarius and Saturn, the Saturn and Aquarius vibe That's what that King of Swords feels like to me. Really paying attention to that solid beginning that you want. Like there's a discipline here that I feel like the masculine is, trying to create this solid new foundation, and there's a discipline that he's in, right? And the reason why is because if he's in his feelings about it, he gets confused. 7 of Cups. And one of the biggest things that I really urge people to do is to wait for the energy to start showing you the direction that you're going in. Or wait for the energy to reveal to you what it is, like how to move next, right? Because we'll sit here in this confusion state and be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where to go. I don't know what I'm doing, right? When you don't know, you do nothing. That's one of the biggest things that I've had to remind myself of. My partner reminds me of it all the time. When that tension is there, when you feel stressed, when you feel that tension, when you feel that pressure that you need to be doing something, but you don't even know what that is that you're supposed to be doing, you do nothing. Right outside, on the other side of that pressure, once you allow yourself to release that, whether it's in crying, whether you're crying, whether you go for a run, I don't care how you release the energy, that energetic pressure that you're feeling, but once it's released, it's almost like, it's like a pressure cooker, right? And that pressure is released, and then there's all this clarity. And then you know. So for the masculine energy, instead of trying to logically or trying to feel your way through it or logically find an answer for it, the universe is going to provide that. That's what this Ace of Pentacles is. The universe is going to provide the answer. The universe is going to provide the moment, the time, all of it. That's what divine timing is called. And if we allowed ourselves to slow down a little bit, we allowed ourselves to be patient, and to honor the moments that we're in, to honor the feelings of those moments that we're in. You see? So the divine feminine, that's what I'm going to call her while we get over here. She's going through her own, I don't know. I feel like the feminine right now is just feeling she's really having to release a lot of just transmuting the negative energies, and it's really, that's what women were sort of made for. We were made to, that's why we have ever flowing emotions. That's why people will call us erratic, because one minute we'll be happy and laughing and the next minute we'll be crying. And it's just how we transmute energy. Women are the conduits for energy and the flow of how things go. And if we're feeling a certain way about something, that's going to go through us. We just have to remember not to sit in it. And we have to remember to remain in the reality of the situation, remain in the now of the situation. And a lot of times just protecting your energy from the collective, from the outside, like going somewhere where you're not constantly, if you live in a city like I do, you're constantly getting energy at you all the time. So going somewhere where that's not, go take a vacation out in the woods or at the lake or whatever, just to get away from it all. But there's definitely a new beginning, and something's ending for this new beginning to start. And it looks like the feminine is, they're both having their own situations. The masculine and the feminine are both having their own situations to deal with during these endings and new beginnings. But the feminine might be having a little bit more of a difficult time in the energy of releasing it than the masculine. I think the masculine is just, has a lot going on. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful full moon. If you're going to do a ritual tonight, make sure that you're doing stuff where you're releasing energy and not bringing new energies in. Full moons are a release. Might be, I don't know how emotional this one is going to be. It might be with that Mercury trining Neptune and opposing Pluto, might be a little bit more emotional. But yes, Aquarius moons are usually can like hold on to their emotions pretty well. Like they're not readily showing their emotions. So, but if you're going to do a ritual tonight, do the release. All right. If you would like to be a part of the memberships, I am going to be starting general readings for August in the coming week over on the memberships. Again, there will be a preview of the readings over here on the public channel, but the full reading is going to be on the memberships. If you'd like to be a part of the memberships, we also do weekly astrology readings, weekly tarot readings, and I read for you guys, read charts and stuff for you guys over on the Discord app. And any level gets access to the Discord app, and it's pretty fun. So come join us. You can join here by clicking the join now button, or you can go over to Patreon and join there. I love you guys. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.